Now, is that a slime? It is. Why do you not want to fight me, slime? You only want to fight me on your turf. Well, I'm not coming into the lava. We can all be friends today. So we've got another one down there. Are we above somewhere we've been before? Don't know. Oh, there it is. I was wondering where the ambush was. So we picked up a smithing talisman. Is that going to boost the power of smith script weapons or something? Look, give me a moment. Good, thank you. Enhance this weapon throwing attack. So yeah, pretty much then. There might be other weapons that are throwing based, but that's what that's for. Now we could drop down all the way to ground level there. We could drop onto that bridge. Let's burn a flask. Smithing 8 and another goober. So this is the up of the bit that we were in earlier. I see. Get butt stabbed, my chum. Yes. It's working. Takes me back to the good old days of chain backstabbing Black Knights in Souls 1. Because if I didn't keep them down with chain backstabs, they were going to murk me. And there's the lever that will allow us to progress further. Still doesn't make it clear how I'd get over to there. Or even if we can. I mean, I guess what I could do is the following. We could pull that lever again. And then race down to the door and jump on it. And that allows us up here. Well done. Well done, us. Oh, and that's the end. Okay. What's our prize this time? The Ancient Meteoric Ore Greatsword. Okay. Sounds exciting. Strength, Dex, Arcane. So it's a Strength, Arcane sort of weapon. Physical damage, bit of magic damage. A great sword of ancient meteoric ore. Fashioned from an excavated shard of an arrowhead that was once part of the old god's arsenal. White light charge. Charging attack which pierces foes. Cool. So it looks a bit like Malekith's Black Blade. And it's got thrusts. Yes. It does have thrusts. Pretty cool. But not for us. Now, I guess there's no way back over to that lever except running all the way back through, but I do want to see if there is anything behind that door. If it turns out there's another lever behind there, and I didn't in fact need to just run laps like this. Ugh, of course. So yeah, we could have just dropped off, pulled that lever instead. After we'd got all this loot. Which is smithing stone. And, ooh, a smith script circ. So again, it's a smith script weapon, so it's probably not for us. But at the same time, it sounds pretty cool. We'll just run away from those golems for a bit. And then maybe we'll have a look at it. So yeah, again, it requires at least minimal stats and everything. Backhand blade, a throwing weapon. So it's a backhand blade, but it's also thrown with strong attacks. It's interesting how the throwing weapon seems to be spread out amongst different categories. They're not all just throwing blade. Like, the dagger is in the throwing blade category because, I guess, that's all it does. It doesn't have any regular melee attacks, it's all throwing attacks. But the spear and the backhand blade both belong in their own category, and they just use strong attacks as their throwing attacks. Definitely would be cool to do an all stats sort of build at some point. But now we're back in Altus, and we're working our way towards our map marker. Well, there's another map. Well, another site of grace. Ah, this is this one. Okay, we found Morth Ruins. With our friend there, who wants to fight. And another fragment, which is just perfect. Okay, and there's our grace. Right, there's our map. And there's a site of grace at the back end of the castle that we've not yet been to. So that'll be more fragments for us, I guess. More NPCs to chat with. Hello, Hornsent. And then, there we go, we've got the monk's missive, so we can fight the monk now. Another fragment. Another cross. Ladder. Talking again about the charm that has been put upon everyone by Miquella. Let's rest up, because we've probably got another blessing. Yeah, good, we're up to 5. And we've got the map now. So, Morth Ruins we know about. We've been up there. That seems like an impressive building. I don't think we have. We've been to that church where we fought Nobed. Maybe Wes needs to go to that church now, because we know that Wes has already fought Nobed in Ballarat. Sammy fought Nobed out here. Does that mean that Nobed is not going to be out here for Wes? Or do they show up in multiple places? So what's that cool looking building over there? Is that part of the Ruins of Raw? Maybe. Probably. Now we're in the church. You gonna come out and fight us again, friend?
Thou shalt not evade
Yes.
the flame of Messmer.
More fragments. Yeah, come on. There we go.
How could this be?
Yeah, get wreckful.
Forsake me not. My grace.
So now he's talking about Queen Marika. Flame Skewer and the prayer room key. So, Flame Skewer on thrusting things. That's his move where you can skewer people and then flame them. And the prayer room key is an iron key with an engraved crest. Opens the door to the prayer room in the house of worship, found in the church district of the Shadow Keep. Right, so we've got to find the Shadow Keep, then we've got to find the church district, then we've got to find the whatever room that we're looking for. There's a lot of finding of things going on there. Is that Shadow Keep? Looks dark and enormous, so it could be. Maybe we should go there at some point. But I also want to roam around, because I still want to get that map marker. That's teasing me, that little map marker there. How might one get to it? And how might one get down here and cross over there, or cross over there and go to there. Let's go to Morth Ruins and see what that tells us. No, I suppose given as we're here, we could always have a fight with a monk. No, that's not what I wanted to do, Wes. Shouting hey at him isn't going to work. You need to give him a little double fist bump combo. Yo, look at my fists. Do you want to punch up? Yeah, he does. Now. Oh, that was good damage. Stamina would be nice though. Oh. Ouch. Yeah, definitely low on stamina. There we go. Got him. Sick. Dryleaf Dane is bested. And a pitiful amount of runes for our troubles. So I guess he's not a boss, he's just a dude. Dryleaf Arts and Dane's Hat. Cool. He's gone. Okay. He's gone. Now, Dane's Hat. Worn low over the eyes, it obscures the wearer's vision. Meeting the gaze of another can overcome the senses, often leading to the downfall of those who had walked the noble and solitary seeker's path. So he wears it because he's scared of eye contact. And the Dryleaf Arts is a technique for hand-to-hand combat without the aid of a weapon. This martial art combines fist strikes and kicks. Teachings of a group of spiritual seekers known as the Dryleaf Sect, revealed only to those of worthy valour and character. Practice of this martial art marks the dawn of an aesthetics journey. Okay. So we could try popping that on, see what happens. Could try popping on a hat as well, see what happens. It's a pretty cool hat. Now. Punch, punch, kick, kick, punch, kick. That's a cool combo. Punch, punch. Kicks, punches, more punches, a few kicks. Yes, basically. Yes to all of this. Oh! Flying kicks. Oh my god. Yes, this weapon needs to be used. What? What just happened? You throw a pot at me. You don't even know who you're dealing with here. Dogs? Come on now, dog. Yes, get wrecked. By my level 0 weapon. Oh man. Enjoyed that. I enjoyed that more than the beast claws, I think. Now it's strength and dex. Who's throwing rocks at me? Look, I'm trying to live my life. It's quite the run back as well. We got quite deep in that dungeon. Let's see, there's some bits where we can ignore it. Yeah, we could theoretically just run through lots of this, I imagine. Oh, piss off. Hup. I think we will need a flask right now though. So we know what's coming this time, and we're ready with our glint blades. So, can we get one of you to show up? No, it's both. It's all or nothing. But at least the other one doesn't chase us down straight away. Now the boss door isn't far away. Is there crumbly floors that we need to worry about? Or elevators to help us get back up and get that purple item? I'm not seeing either. That's the thing with crumbly floors. You tend not to see them until they've crumbled on you. But God, every time. Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought it was close enough to at least hit him with that second one. These things, they're the worst, but also so is my armor rating. Maybe Cherry needs some sort of equipment to help her defend herself. Can she afford to change that for, like, that? She can. She doesn't actually need any equip load talismans right now, because of how light her armor is. So that's nice. So let's go full YOLO this time. Okay, little pots are onto us once again. And they are no match for our running away from things. And that pile of innards just runs straight past us, so that's all well and good. Now this lad could be a problem with his crap ambush. Okay, no. Turns out his crap ambush is in fact just that. And we're back. And we've not expended any resources. Although now we're about to, because we got these buggers. Can we trigger that one without getting too close? Okay, that just automatically locked onto that lad. It isn't quite what I was hoping for. Can't seem to lock on. And, okay, it's not even working, so very well, we'll have to get close and break the jar. Piss off. Yeah, it's hitting us multiple times. That's what the problem is. That's why it's doing us in. Now, do you want to come out? Can I get your attention without getting too close? I guess not. Now, I don't want you lads. I want the innards. There we go. Good. Was that too hard, Cherry? Honestly. And now we should be at Stake America, one would hope, because we're at the boss door. What do you say? Praise the message. That's no help to anyone. Stake America, please? Weak foe ahead. I mean, that's good. We haven't got the FP to summon Yosh. And I don't want to use a blue when we're that close to the maximum already. What is our physic doing for us? Boosting magic attacks and Twiggy. Okay. So we don't have the Cerulean hidden tier. There we go, we've got enough to summon Yosh now. Curse Blade Labyrinth. Oh, jeez. What are you doing up there? Okay, you are pretty weak, all told. But we're also pretty low on health for a moment. There we go. Jolly good. Curse Blade Mirror. a friend of that one, I guess. Cursed blades appear to dance when they spin their shimmering circular blades. These ascetics, who failed to become tutelary deities, were a scourge for those who attempted to invade the Horn-sent homeland. The scourge was shunned and the cursed blades were imprisoned. It's during this confinement that Mira met Labyrinth. Upon her death, Labyrinth was plunged into a devastating darkness. Cool. Might be a fun summon if we didn't already have Yosh. And we might have a level's worth of runes. Right, so 23 decks is the plan. Where should we go to get that? We got options. We could explore more of Altus. We don't want to explore the finger runes, there's nothing there. What have we got down in the Cerulean? There still seems to be very little down on the Cerulean coast. Or in the secret graves. So maybe we explore a bit more of Altus on Cherry. There's bound to be more stuff to look for. I mean, now we know about the whole advancing of quests thing. Maybe we can head further north. And I feel like we might have to go to that church on everyone and deal with that knobhead who's up there. So maybe we could get that out of the way on Cherry right now. She generally has less of a problem with invaders than some people, because she can just walk backwards and spam glint blades. And by the time our foes finish rolling, we're able to hit them. Although she did lose to Dryleaf Dane a few times, so she's not all that every time.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet
Yeah, whatever, haircut.
in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Get glint bladed. Okay, it doesn't do all that much damage. That's too close. One of them hit. Good. Okay, there goes his flask. Now, he's far enough away for us to get a blow off, which basically means if we're not incautious, we've got this. Good.
Graceless heathen, thou shalt not evade the flame of
Well, we evaded you, chummer. So, what's our next plan? Just keep heading north? Work our way up past that camp and towards that big castle? See if we can gain entry? It's worth a go. Someone's got to go there at some point. Okay, Furnace Golem's doing his thing. So we'll just sidle up here. Don't mind us, Fire Knights. It's an imposing building. I like it. Now, there is also a little bit of camp over there that we've not really looked at. Is there anything this way? Nope, there goes the curse. Charm, even. Yep. So venturing this far north is where the charm breaks. So you can either go east of Bonnie Village across the bridge, or you can approach this building. Now, it's very dark in here. Is this an elevator? Yeah, it is. Do we explore it straight up? Yeah, we're looking for Sight of Grace first and foremost, so let's go find one up top maybe, and then we'll head back out and just quickly explore that little extra bit of camp. It is Shadowkeep. I figured it had to be. I mean, look at it. And then we can do the traditional, is there anything under the elevator? No, there isn't. Bit. You know the one. What a surprise! There's nothing under the elevator. So, back to Altus. And over to this side. Oh, wait a minute. Furnace Keeper's Note. Keep fire pots well clear when the golem's furnace is ablaze. And never let me catch you with pots that produce flaming whirlwinds, for goodness sake. So yeah, that clarifies what I'd already learned, which is that one can throw flaming pots into the golem's heads and kill them pretty quickly. So we'll try that at some point. This dead golem is a sign that someone has done that at some point. I don't know if we've got any of those flaming whirlwind pots that it's referring to though. But I'll have to check whether regular fire pots will do the job and whether others will as well. But this is definitely a dead furnace golem. Also, some of them, it's kind of hard, I imagine, to get up close and personal with them to throw a pot. So there might be some where you still have to bring them to their knees before you can kill them. Who's chasing me? That guy. Okay. And that guy. Cool. Whole bunch of furnace visages around here. And now that is that for this direction. What have we got down there? Is that... Yeah, that's a bit of that poison swamp there. Who was it? Sammy found, I think. Yeah, Sammy's been down to that poison swamp. And it's led her underneath the Shadow Keep, I guess. Is that a scarab? It is. Why is there a flying scarab up there? Why are there perfumers here? Top stealth. And the perfumer hood. So, maybe perfume related items in this vicinity. Seek up. Yeah, I'm gonna seek up. I see it. Can we hit it from here? Doesn't look like it. And now a perfumer has our attention. And a dag. Fortunately, the perfumers are about as well armoured as we are. Cool. Now. Good. Down you go. Nope. Rolling sparks. That was probably worth it. So, grants no affinity to an armament, but scats perfume powder before you, triggering rolling explosions of deadly sparks. The properties of the sparks are determined by the perfume bottle used. Ah! So it's 4 perfume bottles. That's cool. Which reminds me, we still need to go back and get Cherry's perfume bottle from the Lamenter's jail, which we haven't been anywhere near because we haven't been to the secret grave at any point. So what would be the quickest way there? Let's explore this camp first. She's already claimed Shadow Keep, so she might not end up heading in there this session, but she's claimed it for the next session for sure, so I'll keep the other cats away from it for now. They can amuse themselves elsewhere.